The reason for choosing this topic came to me when I visited Norway this winter, and I sat down to watch the television, and then the only thing I could find was Norwegian reality television programs. And then that got me thinking, and I was like, is there a link between this positive image that is portrayed in these programs, because they were all based in Norway, they had Norwegian participants, they showed different locations within Norway, and they showed this positivistic image of the nation. And then I thought, there must be some reason for researching this. So that was when it all started.
Verdens mest levedyktige reality-serie tilbake for 16. gang. Under ekstreme forhold og i fantastisk natur skal 12 nye deltagere konkurrere hele veien fra Lindesnes til Nordkapp.
De 14 skal som sine forfedre mestre byens utfordringer og jobbe seg opp og frem.
Er du sånn ekspert, eller?
Hver uke får de mulighet til å tilegne seg ny kunnskap og stige i grad.
Lese litt.
Og dueller.
Welcome to The Farm, one of the most successful reality formats ever conceived.
La meg så snakke ferdig! Nå snakker jeg. Jeg jobber ræva av støvende.
In The Farm, a group of city slickers leave their modern and comfortable life behind to live together on a traditional farm without electricity or running water. Life on the isolated farm can be tough. To survive, the participants must live off the land and care for all the animals. And at times, even eat them. But this is also a competition, and only one person can win. The real challenge is to get along with a group of people you've never met before in your life.
So I started looking into what had been done on this topic before, and in 2007 and 2009, Costello, and in 2007, Aslami and Panti had done some research about entertainment-based television programs and the link through nationalism. And they discovered that reality television programs had the ability to create national identities and construct a national feeling and a feeling of the nation state through referential elements within what was being displayed on TV. And however, I identified a gap between this research being done in Finland and Catalan and what was the actual nation which I was interested in, which was Norway. So I wanted to do this research based in Norway. So the secondary literature relating to this topic, first and foremost regarded Norwegian media systems and how Norway has a dualistic media system, being both public broadcasters and commercial broadcasters, identifying NRK or Norwegian Broadcasting Company as the major public broadcaster in Norway. Also, Norwegian television history showed that there's been a development within the importance of commercial broadcasters as well. Furthermore, identifying Norway as a nation historically with the development of the contemporary and modern society based on their history with struggle for independence with Sweden and Denmark, because they were both in union with Norway. Secondary literature identified the link between national identity and reality television programs, identifying the possibility of national feeling, the nation state and national identity being constructed within these reality television programs. Additionally, the concept of banal nationalism was identified as severely important for this research, as banal nationalism looks into how nationalism as a concept has been so incorporated in the society that is no longer acknowledged or recognized. So seeing that the flag waves at the university, or you have all these different national symbols which people no longer recognize, as well as globalization was also recognized as an important factor for this research. Based on the secondary literature identified, 3 research questions arose. The first one were constructed to identify the functions, of course, but also to look into what type of ability Norwegian reality television programs possesses. The second one was based on the prerequisite that reality television programs have the ability to construct and create nation states and national feeling, and this wanted to look into what motivations lied behind it. And the third one looked into the already existing notion of symbolic value. Informed by the research questions, a mixed methodology approach were taken, using qualitative method as the primary one, and then using quantitative methods to supply and inform the gaps of qualitative. Also, triangulation was utilized to imply both methods to the same questions. 4 in-depth interviews were conducted.
En funksjon som kanskje først og fremst demokratisk TV. Det gir alle en mulighet til å komme fram, ikke bare de som der i form av at de har et yrke eller en funksjon eller en politiker eller
Men det noe med at når du kobler det opp mot våre historiske røtter, så forteller det noe om oss nordmenn, om oss selv. Og vi gjerne kanskje i overkant interessert i det da, tror jeg.
A questionnaire was also designed to gain information from the Norwegian public about reality television programs and their ability to create and construct national identity, their expression of the nation state, and also how nationalism was incorporated within it. Firstly, findings suggest that Norwegian reality television programs possesses a referential, constructive, educational, and to some extent an inclusive function based on representation and identification. However, speaking of the inclusive factor, there was identified a gap based on the fact that these Norwegian reality television programs often fail to incorporate the modern society, the 2015 society, if you want to say so, by not incorporating and including all different parts of Norway, which can be seen as new Norwegians, immigrants, and the broad picture, not just based on the traditional society, which often these Norwegian reality programs are based upon. Lastly, by using historical and cultural symbols referencing the traditional Norwegian state, findings suggest that was somewhat why and how the nation state and the national feeling was created. Finally, findings of this study suggest that a larger sample size would be beneficial to gain a broader and more comprehensive picture of the Norwegian demographic, but also having a bigger or more capability of creating generalizable data. Also, the analytical level of this research could have been improved, and for further research, this should be